Hello, my name's Magenta. Thank you for joining me for Walking Through Life. Today I'm going to share my slimming tips with you that have worked for me to this day. It's a practical and easy way of losing weight and a healthy way of losing weight. It doesn't involve any calorie counting, there's nothing scientific about it, just a little bit of willpower and belief in yourself will do it. Doesn't cost anything and it's not a quick fix, but it works. A lot of people have got wealthy on the back of dieters that go on diets and then they lapse. This is a long-term solution, and crash diets, they're short-term. Once you stop and you go back to your normal way of eating, you just pile on the pounds and some. So this is slimming in a long-term and measured way to keep the weight off for good for the rest of your life. Also, if you lose weight too quickly, you just go flabby because your skin doesn't have time to shrink back to your new shape. And weight loss is more a mental challenge than it is a physical one. I only noticed that I started putting on weight. I just turned 40 and it was lunchtime. Had my lunch and I went to put my feet up, and I had one of these low-level sort of hip belts on, and I noticed that it was tight around my waist. And I thought to myself, well, when and how did this happen? And it just sort of creeps up on you without you realizing it. And also, as we get older, our metabolism slows down. And at this point, it would be easy to go out and buy the next size up. But then if you buy the next size up, then you could go on to buying the next size up. Before you know it, you are so overweight. And then once you're so overweight, it's very difficult to get the weight off. So I thought, well, things need to change around here. And because being overweight, everybody knows it increases so many health problems. You get joint pain, type 2 diabetes, heart problems, weakened muscles. I mean, the list just goes on, it's never ending. And if we don't make time for our wellness now, we'll need to find time for our illness later. So I looked at my eating habits and I was eating 4 times a day. I was having my breakfast, lunch, dinner and something to eat at night, like a night snack, because nobody wants their tummy to be rumbling through the night. And I decided to cut down to 2 meals a day. So now I have just 2 meals a day. I have a breakfast and my dinner, and something in between, like a piece of fruit or something in between. So I understand that a lot of people, they can't have their breakfast because apparently they feel sick. Well, that's absolutely fine. Just have a lunch and your dinner. And this doesn't apply if you're going out for dinner, obviously. You need to enjoy your meal. You don't want to be a sport and have your evening spoiled. So just enjoy your meal and just cut back the next day. But if you can have your breakfast, it's best to have your breakfast. There's a reason why it's called break fast, because you're breaking from the fast from the night before, and it's really the most important meal of the day because it's going to keep you going through the day right up to dinner. So if you can have breakfast, that's really important. So tip 1, set out an eating plan for your lifestyle. Everyone's lifestyle is different, and one person's lifestyle isn't necessarily going to suit another, and what suits you this year may not necessarily suit you in a year from now. So it's really important to think about it. Step 2, eat for the body you want and not for the body you have, and make changes that you're happy to live with for the rest of your life, because really this is like a life change. Tip 3, quit the numbers game. Don't count your calories, cut your portions. We can't spend the rest of our lives counting calories. It's just not practical. And I found an easy way is to spread your food out on the plate. Don't pile it up. Spread it on your plate. It just makes it look easier, and it makes it look full. Tip 4, don't buy in any snacks. You'll be tempted to eat while you're watching the TV or something, and it's just the snacks that pile on the pounds. They're the culprit. No snacking, so don't buy any snacks in. Tip 5, are you a comfort eater, or because of boredom or stress? Once you know your triggers, make a list of things to do when that mood strikes. When that low mood strikes, make a list of things to do. And if there's nothing you can do about it, let it go. Life is just too short. And remember, food is fuel, not therapy. Tip 6, remember, it's not the Last Supper. You don't have to clean your plate, and don't be tempted to eat your children's or your grandchildren's leftovers. Better still, so the food doesn't go to waste, feed it to the fox, because the fox can't trot down to the supermarket and buy some food for its starving babies. Tip 7, now I know you've heard this 100 times before, but drink water, because water has been proven to be an appetite suppressant. So if you drink a glass before every meal, it makes you feel a little fuller, and it really helps. Because water also keeps mild headaches at bay, stops you from getting dehydrated, and also it's good for your complexion. And I always have a glass of water if I'm hungry in between meals. It really does work. Tip 8, don't sit around thinking about food all day. Keep busy, start a new hobby or something, go for a walk, anything that's not going to tempt you to eat. Tip 9, don't be tempted to starve yourself once the weight starts coming off, thinking that if you eat less, you'll lose more. The chances are you'll actually start putting on weight, because under eating slows your metabolism down. So in the long term, it doesn't work. Tip 10, many people who have kept their weight off never reach their initial goal. There's no such thing as the perfect body. So you need to be realistic at what you can achieve. Obviously, if you're large boned, you cannot be a size 10. And you keep your big clothes around, don't throw them away. Keep them around for good measure of your progress. And lastly, weight loss doesn't happen overnight. Everyone has to start somewhere, and you'll soon be on your way to body confidence. And 3 months from now, you'll thank yourself. So this is my diet, this is my magenta diet, and this is what I've been doing for years to keep my weight down. It's worked for me, and I hope it works for you too, if you try it. Because if you don't give it a go, you'll never know. And it might work for you. And remember, losing weight is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. I'd love to hear your comments, and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you for watching. Look after you, and I'll see you next time.